Hello, baby.
Hello, nasty. Hello there.
Hello.
I say hello.
Hello, friend.
Well, hello, little girl.
Hello, my treacherous friends.
Hello, operator.
The beginning of everything. Welcome back, my friends. It's showtime.
Hey, welcome to episode 186 of The Brink of Sanity.
Yes, we now are. This is our annual broadcast. We'll see you in 2015 for our next episode.
This is actually, that's Mark. I am Jay.
Yeah, if you didn't know, it was going to be Jay with Mark. I am the guest host that has been on the last 100 episodes.
This is actually our 6-year anniversary of the show.
I thought it was just our anniversary.
No, that's not for another couple of months.
Oh, okay, but you're going to get me something for that, right?
Well, of course.
Okay.
It's our wood anniversary.
You just said wood because it...
No, that's 5 years. You weren't on the show the first year.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's going on now. So that's 6 years since we started the show. And to celebrate that, we decided to do a show.
Is this today really the 6th year anniversary?
Well, in 2 weeks it is, but we're not going to do an episode in the next 2 weeks.
So anyhow, so it is... What's today's date?
January 24th.
2014.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting for some reason. It is, if you're in New York now, you're cold. It's been cold for a while, and it's going to be apparently really freaking cold. I think the 10-day forecast said don't go outside for another 10 days.
So that means global warming's over.
Yes. When it's cold, global warming does not happen, and global warming happens a lot during the summer.
I'm glad we solved that problem. Got that over with.
Anyhow, so it's the winter. Coming up in a few weeks is the Winter Olympics. And I asked Jay
Why do you think this is so funny? I don't understand.
I asked Jay. There was a commercial relating to the Winter Olympics on TV before. Oh, Jay, before the show, had his girlfriend give us a delicious set of like 8 burritos we each ate. So I'm in basically a food coma for the show.
Yeah.
It was delicious, but now I can barely breathe. I have some burrito in my stomach. Really tasty though.
I am full of delicious meat and beans.
Burritos. Cannot go wrong. Anyhow, so I asked Jay if he likes the Winter Olympics. And Jay, do you like the Winter Olympics?
Yeah, I love the Winter Olympics.
I can't tell if he's being sarcastic or not.
Cool.
He's claiming to like the Winter Olympics.
I don't get why
I don't
it's so
understand
confusing to you.
What do you enjoy about the Winter Olympics? Hey, I always wondered what rich people do for sports. Wow, that's pretty. They're all the white person elite sports.
Yeah, because there's so many poor people playing in the NFL.
Well, you can play football and then make it to the NFL. No one poor ever bobsledded.
That is a good point. Yeah,
All the sports, the luge, maybe if you grew up poor in Norway, maybe you did the luge, the bobsled, ice skating. It's all basically sports like you had, and skiing in general. Mm-hmm. Every time you go skiing, it costs you like $800 to go skiing or $8,000 to go skiing. So I'm being exaggerated a little bit, but it's always all these sports that hey, I had a rich parent. That's why I get to do this sport, and I get to be really good at it.
Yeah, that's true. Also, in the summer, fencing. There's no poor people that ever did fencing.
Okay, but really, the Winter Olympics are all these sports that no one bobsleds or does the curl. And the Summer Olympics is go run.
Yeah.
Most of the sports are let's just run.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's go swim and not drive. Swimming and running. It's not really the most craziest sports.
Yeah, I think there's literally no poor winter sports.
There's pretty much no there's no sport that you didn't have to have some advantage in life to actually be good at.
That is true. I don't know. I find it interesting.
What about people skating on ice? Do you find interesting? You like dancing?
No, I don't like the ice dancing. I think that's terrible.
Okay, so the skiing part, okay, go down a hill now.
Yeah, I like the downhill. I don't know what it's called. The downhill obstacle one, the slalom maybe. I like that one.
Should they have better sports? They should have there should be a snowball fight. Wouldn't that be great?
It's like dodgeball.
Yeah, just have a giant snowball fight, and whoever gives up first, or have instead of having ice, have a snowman building contest. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, that's not a real sport because skating really fast in a circle is a real sport, so that's included.
I mean, the luge thing is the dumbest thing. Why don't we lay down and try to go fast on the ice?
I never understood how you're better than somebody at that. Like somebody else pushes you and then you slide down the thing. And I guess you shift your body weight.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously a technique to it because people do better than other people.
Yeah, those Jamaicans were terrible at it,
But I can't believe you actually really like the Winter Olympics. Generally, how the Winter Olympics goes for me is I go, oh, hey, are the Winter Olympics on right now? And someone says, yeah, they ended last night. That's how it usually goes for me. Everyone goes crazy for the introduction, the big presentation they do.
I don't even watch that.
Like, ooh, look at us, we have Winter Olympics. I guess in Russia, like, we have Winter Olympics, but no gay people.
Which means there's no Olympic sports.
Right. I mean, the best part is the Russians, they're against gay people, and they're holding the gayest possible Olympics you can hold. The Winter Olympics, there's nothing not gay. It's people in tutus dancing around ice, and people in, the tightest possible bodysuits going skiing. Yeah,
the Winter Olympics are pretty gay.
They're amazing. Basically, the luge event is just like a giant cock going down ice. I'm going to wear a giant body condom and go down the ice.
Are you done with your Winter Olympic rant?
Let's go through the sports. Pull up the Winter Olympic sports. Let's just see how bad these are.
I mean, obviously curling is stupid.
Curling, I understand. It's just a dumb sport. That's like the...
That one's so stupid it actually became trendy to like.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a curling, if you had that at a bar, it'd be kind of fun to play. Mm-hmm. Like, if I went to a bar and they had, a curling in the corner, you're like, oh, I can pay $5 to go curling? Like, yeah, sure. Okay, so we have the biathlon. Is that the one where you ski and then you shoot?
Yes, it's so random.
After a night skiing, I like to shoot things.
Yeah, it's, I don't even know how those go together. Okay.
Okay, what else we got here? We got the bobsled cross-country skiing, which is, if you thought skiing fast was fun, the people just skiing really slowly.
It's like walking with skis on.
It's not even that's exactly what it is. And they don't show that on TV, because they're like, this is too boring for, anything. They're like, let's go to the curling event again. Figure skating, which is terrible. Freestyle skiing, which is just called skiing. Ice hockey. The ice hockey games are pretty cool, but I'm not Canadian. What's the Nordic combined?
I don't know. It looks like somebody throwing snowballs on skis. I have no idea what it is. Jumping?
Oh, it's some kind of big jump thing.
It's probably like the decathlon and
They should just go all out. Just go all out gay for this. It'd be like, and next we have the Americans up in the Snow Angel. Okay, I'm done with my rant. But
right,
the Summer Olympics are so much better. The Summer Olympics should be every 4 years. The Winter Olympics should be every decade.
I don't see why they don't just do all of them every other year.
I don't see why they even do them. I mean,
well, it's supposed to be a whole world community building,
oh, yay, we're all doing Olympics together. Now we're one. I guess it brings people.
I mean, it gives the U.S. a couple minutes not to bomb somebody.
All of this is just U.S. being like, we've got more medals than you. We're superior again in every way. We've got more medals, more poor people, everything. We've got gold medals in child poverty. What do you guys got?
So we haven't done a show in 4 months. What?
I am shocked it's actually been that recent.
Yeah, that's true. We've been doing our other show, the New York Knicks podcast, but
we recorded one tonight earlier prior to Melo putting down 62 points tonight because we're morons.
Yeah, for those of you who don't follow basketball, that is an all-time Knicks player high who did it about 30 seconds after we finished recording.
Yeah, basically Melo had an amazing game.
So we have awesome timing.
I could just talk about Melo the rest of this time.
No, let's not.
So what's happened in the last 4 months, Jay? Are you, is the sex change operation done? Are you post-op yet?
No, still pre-op.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. No, we figured we'd do a show because my life is ending in about 3 days. And
You're having a kid also?
No. Yeah, you're having number 2 soon.
I'm having number 2. As I tell people, the first one, I was scared because I didn't know what to expect. And I am scared because I know what to expect.
You also have one less room than kids.
Yes, we're going to put both kids in the same room and let them fight it out. I don't know. We're going to switch my son over next weekend from a crib to a bed. My son doesn't like to go to sleep at night, So it'll be great when he has no barrier to get out of the bed. Like, at least we're putting him in a cage now with the crib. But next it's going to be just like, okay, stay in that bed. Why, Daddy? I don't know. Just, could you please stay there, please?
Does he do the Y game?
Oh my God. This is what he does. Not in that I'll read him a story, and read him a story, and he'll point to every like character in the book. Go, what is he doing? What is he doing, Daddy? What is he doing? It's like a class. They all like listen to the teacher. What is he doing? What you have to point to every goddamn kid. He does the things like that. Like everyone in the building goes, "Who's that? Who's that?" That's our neighbor. That's our neighbor. That's our neighbor. I don't know. That's our I don't know who these people are.
So you're just picking stories that's like a monologue. It's like just one character in the entire book with no interaction with anybody else.
Someone asked me like a while back, like, "Do you ever lie to your son?" And I thought it was a really weird question. And now I realize I lied to my son about everything. What's he doing? I don't. He's listening to the teacher. I don't. He's meditating. That. So I don't know what he's doing.
Just get him a bunch of Harold and the Purple Crayon books.
I don't know what that is.
You've never read those? Oh my God.
What are Harold and the Purple Crayons?
It's this little kid and he has a purple crayon and whatever he draws like kind of becomes reality. So he'll draw like a kite with the purple crayon and then like grab onto it and like float away, and then he'll draw like a mountain and climb up the mountain.
That's part of Jay's book club. What he's currently reading.
It's good for like little kids.
This morning I was making eggs with Zach, and like I hold the egg and he holds it also, and I crack the egg, and he said, "Good job, Daddy. I'm proud of you. I'm impressed." Can you imagine like a midget saying that to you?
That's funny.
I don't know. He just, "Good job, Daddy. I'm impressed." My favorite thing he does, not to talk too much about my son, is that he'll see you like I'll be in there like making dinner for him, and he'll walk in the room and go, "Daddy, what are you doing?" I'm like, what do you think I'm doing? I'm just making your dinner.
That's
purple crayon thing. Is it? But what age group is it for?
Like little kids. It's a baby that draws shit. I don't know.
I've never even seen that before.
Really?
Yeah, I've never even heard of it. Like we go to the bookstore and we just randomly read the book.
There's like a whole bunch of them. These were my favorites when I was like 4. I thought they were the coolest things. He draws a robot and then he's...
Well, like 4 is a lot older than my son, actually, though.
Yeah.
Okay, what else is going on, Jay? So why's your life ending?
Oh, I'm taking 3 grad school classes after work starting on Monday. So that'll be great.
In grad school class in what?
I'm taking an accounting class, a statistics class, and a management class.
So you're getting your degree in what?
Accounting.
Oh, so you must be an accountant.
No.
Oh, okay. So you're getting a degree in what you... So when you get so what do you do?
I ask people what they do. That's my job.
Jay works at some big company where his role is, well, first of all, he's getting a degree in accounting. So I guess when he graduates, he gets to quit his job and find a new job as an accountant, which I think makes sense. I guess it's off to say.
It's leverage.
Leverage. But anyhow, more importantly, he at his job, he I don't know why. I'm not trying to make fun of you.
I think, didn't we do this last episode? You just think this
Yeah.
is the funniest thing.
I think this is funny also. So at his job, he's supposed to interview people about what they do with the work. So he could write it up and they can know what everyone does there.
Yeah. That's basically it. Yeah.
I don't know. We talked about this before. We can't do this thing that we talked about before. We talked about this
I
whole
waited
thing.
3.5 months and Mark's still making fun of Jay's job.
Let's talk about something. We talked about this like while we were eating before.
Let's do some news stories.
Let's just talk about news. We can come back to basically Jay just asks people questions and they have to like pretend they do something real or else they get fired.
Right.
What do you do here? Let's see. You're writing a report about what I do. So I do important stuff, Jay. If I get fired, I'm gonna fucking punch you.
Since you have a kid, we'll stick with a kid story.
Okay.
A mom was fined $10 for not putting Ritz crackers in her kid's school lunch. This is a true story. Apparently, this school has requirements for kids' lunches. They have to have a milk, a meat, a grain, and 2 fruits or vegetables. And
Where does this person go to school? Like in Russia?
this person had meat, potatoes, milk, carrots, and oranges. But they were missing a grain, so they got fined $10.
Aren't potatoes? Well, they're not really grain, but they're starch. I think Ritz crackers are not healthy.
They're not healthy.
There's nothing beneficial about eating a Ritz cracker. The Ritz cracker, they have a warning on it to not be ingested by human beings.
Yeah, Ritz crackers are not healthy at all. So she got fined $10 for replacement crackers.
First of all, you can buy a lot of Ritz crackers for $10. They're
Yeah.
being a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, they're being ridiculous. What would you do if your son got charged because you didn't put crackers in his lunch?
I believe our phone. I call. I think we have the phone call from.
That's right. We have exclusive audio because this actually happened to your son like last week too.
Hi, Mrs. Johnson. So your son didn't have a grain in his lunch, so it's gonna be $10. You should have included some Ritz crackers.
This is like a prank, right?
What?
You're charging me $10 for a cracker?
No, you're supposed to include a cracker, and then it's $10.
Wow.
Jay, you are the worst actor I've ever known to mankind. What the hell are you doing?
I don't even know whose voice you're doing.
I'm doing the female voice. The person who's calling you.
Are you the teacher or the?
Oh, whatever. This is the worst thing I've ever. This story sucks. Let's go to our top 5, Jay. Jay, this is why we don't do our shows ever again.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, things that annoy me. I was just thinking about things that drive me crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You ever talk to someone that they're like, oh, what were you doing? And they're like, in your office with the door closed. I was meditating. Do you meditate, Jay?
I've tried it before. It's harder than it seems.
What do you mean? There's nothing to meditate. You just sit there.
Right, but you have to think about nothing. Do you know how hard it is to sit there and not have a thought pop into your head? Try it for more than 30 seconds and you start thinking about stuff.
Is it? It's called sleeping. That's what I do. That's why I meditate 8 hours a night if I'm lucky.
You're really lucky. I haven't meditated 8 hours. No, but
Come on, meditating's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. I don't know why people really do this.
it's supposed to clear your mind, but it's really hard to not think of anything. Anyway, I had one more kid story if you want to know.
What's your kid story?
A 7-year-old bit his Pop-Tart into the shape of a gun and got suspended.
Did he kill anyone?
It was a near miss. Yeah, he was.
Did anyone die from the pastry gun?
He was aiming for the kneecaps anyway. So.
What? Do they just do that so the parents can get on CNN? We're gonna suspend your kids so you can get on the Today Show.
There's actually a legislation.
What?
There's a legislation being passed to stop things like this. And the first rule of this legislation
What?
that you cannot be suspended for brandishing a pastry or other food which is partially consumed in such a way that the remnant resembles a weapon.
Can't we just suspend the person that wants to suspend the kid? Like, you can't use a pastry gun, and you're fired from incompetence.
Yeah, there's been a number of them. There was a Hello Kitty bubble gun, which clearly does not look like a gun.
Well, how do you hold a kid accountable? The kid doesn't know. Like a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old, their brain's not fully developed. They don't understand how insane of a society you live in.
Another suspension for a plastic toy soldier holding a gun on a cupcake.
What the fuck is wrong with our society?
This has been apparently there's a whole list of kids that got suspended.
I don't understand. Like if you have like a toy, like a gun made out of a pastry, you're suspended. If you have an actual gun, come into our schools. We have no problem.
You know, when I was a kid, I brought in G.I. Joe to school, Transformers. I played guns. I had toy guns.
Our government flies toy airplanes and shoots people in like Afghanistan and Pakistan. That's totally cool, but our kid tries to use pastry gun and like, oh, fuck him.
I can't believe he got suspended for a Pop-Tart.
Oh my fucking god. Anyhow, so we have a top 5 for our show. What was the top 5?
Top 5 differences between being in your mid or early 20s to being in your mid or early 30s.
Jay, we're not even in our early 30s.
We're in our mid, but
How old are you, Jay?
35. That's
Okay,
me.
I'll be 35 in like a month. So we're both mid. We're like when you're like you don't hear about someone who's like 35 in the middle, and people like, oh wow, he did it at so like a young age. 35 is always like, oh, it was like if you're like in a VH1 behind the music. 35 is when they're like already on the way down.
Yeah. I mean, the Beatles were broken up by like They were already broken up for 5 years.
No one does anything exciting with their life after 35. So we're pretty much screwed at this point.
Rodney Dangerfield didn't hit it big until he was like 50.
That is true, actually. I did actually know that. But anyhow, so...
Other than Rodney Dangerfield, though. No.
That's the one example. So anyhow, our top 5 list.
Half our listeners are like, who's Rodney Dangerfield?
Top 5 list of things, the difference between us in the 20s versus our mid-30s. Jay, you want to start?
Sure. Alcohol tolerance.
Hey, we're not the exact same list.
Yeah, I know. But it's true. It's
I basically... I used to be like, whatever, I got hungover, we can go do it. I can just by noon I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Now by noon, like the following Thursday, I'm not fine.
Yeah, it's like multiple days.
It really like ruins my entire week.
To the point where I'm so scared of the hangover, I like prepare, like I go to bars with like bottles of water and like I drink water between every single drink. Now I have a rum and I have a glass of water. Like
I have a couple of beers, I know I'm going to feel it. No matter what, I know I'm going to feel it the next day. It's pathetic.
Rum is literally the only drink now where I don't feel it the next day. Anything else?
Rum you don't feel?
Yeah. Beer,
What?
whiskey, I feel. Rum, I could drink like 4 more of these and I'll wake up fine.
Rum?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you sure your girlfriend's not replacing the rum bottles with like apple juice?
Yeah, it's I don't know.
This rum tastes real citrusy.
Me and the captain are still friends, but anything else, Hangover City.
Okay, that was one of my ones. My next one, turn the goddamn music down. Just in the bar or in general. I can't stand loud music anymore. I used to be like, oh, loud music. Now I'm like, go to a bar, I'm like, can't we lower the music so we can all just talk?
Yeah, no, I'm the exact same way. It used to be like, oh yeah, this place is too quiet, let's get out of here. Now it's like I don't feel like coming home with like a raw throat from screaming for 3 hours.
I'll just go through mine and you go through yours. How's that? Or you want to go? Or what's your next one? You're gonna say for the next one on my list. I know you're gonna say another one on my list. Go.
My next one is my tolerance for all the little interactions you have with people. Like, when I first moved to the city, there's a lot of cars honking. And you're just like, it's the city, it's traffic. And now each individual horn I hear, I'm just like, that motherfucker won't stop honking his horn. And I don't know if it's getting older or it's living in the city for too long. I think it's just getting older. And I
guess you have like a lower tolerance for things.
I've been exposed to people's bullshit like for too long, and now I'm just like permanently like half bitter and on edge. Like I'm trying to leave the subway and somebody barges on, and I used to move aside. Now I'll just walk straight into them and like plow into them.
Not to sound like an old person, have you noticed young people these days that you try to talk, you like have a conversation with them, and they're just sitting there on their iPhone playing as they're talking to you?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to just take that phone and break their fucking thing. I'm like, I'm fucking talking to you. Either get the fuck out, or I just won't talk to you. How's that?
Look at me. Look at me when I talk
Stop
to you.
looking at your fucking phone, you asshole. Oh my god, everyone's becoming a total asshole. The phone thing is the ultimate, like, this is like the tipping point to like asshole them.
Yeah.
There's no point in interacting with anyone. Everyone interacts you by looking at their phone, being like, yeah. Oh, yeah, well, that's great you're saying. It's great. Oh, yeah, your mom died, whatever. Oh, did you see this? Oh, we're going to go take us to this band. They're all, like, just such jackasses on this. Oh, I know. It's really upsetting. I know you were really close with your mom. Oh, Kelly says hi. She's I went to the tweeting with her.
I just tweeted that.
Oh, and everyone has to share their fucking opinions about everything. Here's also Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Facebook's a total disaster, and like, there's all these people posting pictures of their food because like everyone wants to see what we're gonna eat tonight. But here's the 2 things I hate the most on Facebook.
Okay.
One is 5 years ago today, I met the man of my dreams. Happy anniversary, Brad. It's like, why don't you just roll over and tell him? Oh my god.
Or the ones that aren't even for an anniversary, where they're just like, I'm so proud of my husband. I love him so much. And it's just out of the blue, and you're just like, fuck yourself.
I'm so proud of Dan tonight. He didn't smoke crack tonight. What a wonderful husband he is. He didn't take his belt off and smack me in the face.
He drank a bottle of Jack and only hit me twice.
Or the other side of it, where like 3 years ago today, my dad died. Dad, I know you're looking down at us. Yeah, he's not looking down at your Facebook page, okay? Stop fucking... If you want sympathy, the people that know you will give you sympathy. I don't know you. I haven't seen you since like 15 years ago in high school. I don't give a shit that your dad's dead. I mean, I feel bad your dad's dead, but who the fuck cares?
Do you know after one of the last episodes we did, I started posting random pictures of babies. I posted a picture of a black baby. And I got a few congratulations. I'm like, do you really think me and my Asian girlfriend instantly had a black baby?
3 years ago today, Grandma died. Like, I don't know why people have to put this shit up there. Like,
there's a girl on my Facebook who posts how she can't sleep every day, and I click like on every single one.
people share the dumbest fucking shit. People think it's appropriate to share this. There should be some kind of repercussion for sharing stuff that's this stupid.
There should be. I mean, they got to add some sort of mean-spirited option on Facebook because people are abusing this shit way too much. So you got 7 and there's nothing.
Oh, whatever. My superintendent, assistant... Let's just go down your page right now. My superintendent, assistant superintendent, principal walk into my classroom with the head of my union. Okay.
I don't even know what that means.
Sick game. Nice one. Well, I guess that's not a Nick game. Let's see what else we got in here. They're also, half of them are also advertisements now. Or like some other... Northeastern baseball team is playing at Hofstra's this weekend. Who's going? Well, at least that's actually like trying to like drum up people to hang out with.
Yeah, no matter what it says, you're just going to read it in that sarcastic tone.
Yeah, okay. So my next thing that annoys me, or next thing about the 20s versus the 30s, is in my 20s I cared about what bands were new and hip.
Mm-hmm.
And now I listen to adult alternative and get annoyed by just the names of bands. Imagine Dragons. Imagine me turning off the radio. Sheep 5648. Yep, I'm still up.
This is the girl who can't sleep every day. She changed it up. It's usually just, I cannot sleep.
Hit like.
Okay,
now we're just... this has to be an unlistenable break episode. The Justin Bieber stuff. Okay, actually, here's my question. What the fuck did Richard Sherman do?
I don't know.
I don't understand. He said, I understand the post-game, and they asked the post-game interview, that basically Michael Crabtree, he's a mediocre receiver. I'm the best. You can't stop me, right?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck else your player's gonna say? You want your defensive back to say anything different? And Crabtree, he deflected the pass. He seemed like he is better.
People just want to overreact to stuff.
Apparently he was like going on about it after the game even more so, but who cares?
For those of you who don't know, it was a football interview after the game, and the guy was very enthusiastic in his interview, and people made it out to be like the craziest thing that's ever happened in sports.
The most interesting part of it was Erin Andrews, who was doing the interview. Mm-hmm. It was the first time she was actually involved in a big news story where it wasn't... Part of the story wasn't someone peeping into her hotel room and seeing her naked. That was the last time I'd heard her name.
Oh yeah, my next one is the amount of food I can eat. I used to be able to consume probably 5,000 calories of food a day.
In my 20s, the calories didn't count, but in my 30s, they count.
I'm not even joking.
What the hell are you talking about? If you were consuming 5,000 calories a day when you were 20s, and you were a fat shit in your 20s.
I wasn't. I was 40 pounds lighter.
What were you doing? Like, I got the 5,000 calories, now I'm going to run my marathon today.
I played a lot of Dance Dance Revolution.
I can see why you like the Winter Olympics.
My buddy and I would, after dinner, meet up, go to Taco Bell, eat 10 tacos each, and then go to Dunkin' Donuts and split a dozen donuts.
Oh my god, it's like this should be an A&E like episode following you.
After dinner.
Oh my god, 10 tacos and a dozen.
And
when
6
did you
donuts.
do this?
That was.
I could do this twice.
that was senior year of high school.
Okay, high school is not your 20s.
Well, we did it like at the beginning of college too, but that was like every Friday.
Oh, that's disgusting. I mean, Taco Bell is delicious, but it's disgusting. And 10 of those tacos is freaking like... Did you have to buy a new toilet each time?
No, never gave me an upset stomach once.
Holy fuck.
Oh, what's your next one?
Oh,
Can you not read it?
No, when I was in my 20s, I think I don't know, I had 5. I think I already. I think I just won some rants. But in my 20s, I kind of thought like politics-wise, I followed politics to be like, yeah, we're gonna get a Democratic elected president, and then we're gonna like help the poor, and like we're gonna change our country. Then again in my 30s, Obama was elected, and I found out that was a whole bunch of shit. It's same song, different verse. It's all the same shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Neither party gives a shit.
Yeah.
Country's doomed. If you're motivated to make change, then you're wasting your time.
Yeah, mine's delusions of not, I don't know if grandeur or just one
day I'm gonna eat 100 Taco Bell's tacos. I'm gonna have 12 dozen donuts. I can fucking do it.
Wait, you just oversimplify
I'm gonna drink
everything.
a lot of rum.
Well, that part I did. Just being able to oversimplify everything. You're like, I love making videos, so I'm just gonna, I'll make a video and I'll get 1 million hits on YouTube. Then I got my own TV show, and then I'll run 8 seasons. Then I'll retire when I'm 35, and then it'll be the end of my life.
If we record this, we'll be millionaires because no one's ever recorded themselves acting funny. And if we think it's funny, it must be.
And everyone else will agree. Yeah.
When we talked about this on the couch the other day while high, it sounded a lot funnier. And now I'm in my underwear at a Denny's, and I think I'm about to go to jail.
In my 30s.
In my 30s.
Now that I'm in my 30s, and all I can afford is Denny's, and nobody downloaded my video.
It was when I was in college. I was like, it'll be fun when I'm in the real world and no one tells me what to do. And I thought that was fucking wrong.
Yeah. I think I have more people telling me what to do now than I used to. That's depressing.
I don't know.
Don't grow up, kids.
When I was in my 20s, I didn't think I'd actually have a midget kid who I have to like keep responsible for. So I guess that's also. I didn't think that the law would allow me to have one. I always think about it. I'm trying to think of it this way. You ever play like in some sport, like an individual sport, like you play tennis or what's any kind of racket sport you play or?
I mean, I have, but I'm not. I'm the worst at tennis.
Okay, any sport where you're like at the end of it, again, like a kind of a tight match, like a rally at the end of it against someone else.
Yeah, like bowling.
Anything where like you're at the end and you just keep waiting to lose. You're not gonna win this. You just don't have confidence you're gonna win. You keep waiting to just waiting to we're hitting it back. But I know I'm just gonna blow this at any point in time. Mm-hmm. That's kind of how I feel like as a father. Yeah, I know that sounds. I kind of felt like someone would be like, okay, we're gonna take your son back.
And cut.
This is how you're raising him, moron. Okay, climate change expert. Now we're doing more articles because we have nothing else to talk about.
Sure.
Climate change expert sentenced to 32 months for fraud, saying lying was a rush.
Did you hear about this story?
No, tell me.
All right, so this is what's the climate change? EPA? Yeah, EPA.
You know what EPA stands for?
Environmental Protection Agency.
Damn it, that would be funny if you hadn't known.
He was like one of the highest ups in the EPA.
Yeah.
And so for about 10 years, he just didn't go to work. And he told them that he was a secret CIA spy working in Pakistan.
I saw this on the Daily Show. It was just funny.
And his boss never actually, I guess, followed up and just assumed he really was a spy. But
what was he actually doing?
He was reading books and I think playing golf. So he came up with this awesome story, and he led the most boring life ever. But he also, in case he did go to work, also told them that he developed malaria so that he could get a really good parking spot if he ever did show up to work.
Oh man, and the whole global warming thing that he made up because it's cold out.
Yeah, if you don't know, global warming is false because it snowed.
That's my favorite thing about every snowstorm is that there's always someone on Fox News saying, "Where's the global warming now?"
Yeah. But I thought global warming was instant, and then we just never have winters again.
Yeah, if it was global warming, wouldn't we all be on fire?
We all would just be, flooded because all the polar ice caps would have melted, and polar ice caps didn't melt, so there's no global warming.
Hey, boss, I'm not going to be in tomorrow. Oh, what? Do you have a doctor's appointment? Yeah, and I'm not going to be in the next day. Another doctor's appointment? Oh, No, the CIA is recruiting me to go to Pakistan on a secret mission.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but not like 2 doctor's appointments in a row. That'd be fishy. No. Just the secret. Tomorrow it's my yearly checkup, and then the next day I'll be in Pakistan on my CIA mission.
Okay.
Okay. That's
so.
cool.
So I don't have to ask you for a doctor's note.
No. Also, hey, my parking spot. Yeah. What about we don't have parking? Well, it'd be okay if I I want one of the front parking spots so I can just park in. Well, we only give those to handicapped people. I have malaria. You have malaria? Yeah. When did you develop malaria? When I was in Pakistan. But I thought you were going to Pakistan in 2 days. Oh, I was there over the weekend too for the CIA mission. Oh, okay. If you have malaria, then we'll have to give it to you.
It's covert stuff. Can't really elaborate. It's all covert.
Hey, Johnny, it's weird. I see you at the local market. You said you were in Pakistan on a CIA mission. I was. They sent me back here to get groceries. We need more groceries for the CIA mission. Oh, okay. As long as okay, have fun in Pakistan, and I'll see you at work next week. Oh, I'm still gonna be in Pakistan.
I'll call you. I'll call you when I'm back.
Yeah, I'll be back if I'm there. As long as do you mind? Can I go to will you deposit the money in my bank account? It's hard for me to deposit a check. If I'm.
Yeah, I need a direct deposit.
Yeah.
There's no banks in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Secret underground bunker, and there's no ATM there.
Yeah. Also, the CIA says you have to pay me more money because we need to smuggle in money to arms for the people of Greece. Wait, why Greece? I meant the Pakistani people. Yeah, we smuggle money for them, Pakistan. Why are we giving them money? For secret stuff. Covert. Another like $20,000 a year.
It's expensive to rig air conditioning in the underground secret bunker in Pakistan.
Don't worry, I'll keep the global warming secret. What secret? You know how global warming? You know like the whole myth thing. What are you talking about? It's not, you run the EAP. What are you talking about? I have to go to Pakistan later.
That's such an amazing story.
Oh my god.
Oh, and his direct supervisor was letting him stay at his house.
You know what I'm just thinking? Actually, the best part must be. So Jim, we're gonna need you in Pakistan tomorrow. Oh, the secret CIA mission? Yeah, secret CIA mission. The EPA needs me actually. Oh, really? Yeah, I have to go head up the EPA. Oh, because we really need you in the secret mission. It's a very dangerous mission in Pakistan. Yeah, I gotta go help the EPA. It's an exchange program. Okay. What's the part about?
Oh, well, he was renting out his house to get a double salary, and his direct supervisor was letting him crash at his place. So he was getting paid $100,000 a year, and he was also renting out his house to get more paid. And then
Is it more paid at the correct English words?
Yes, more paid, more richer.
We're getting more paid at work tonight.
While he was apparently just flying to California. How did they not notice that his plane was going to California, not Pakistan?
How does the government do no checking when you say I'm going on a secret CIA mission?
I picked the wrong career. I should have had a government job.
Oh my god.
So yeah, he did that for 10 years. Not bad. I'm not even mad at him. If he can get away with that much, like that's on them, not him.
For 10 years is like, what was the sentence? I don't know.
It was 32 months, but you know how this works. He'll do like less than a year. It'll be like community service.
Should they send him to Pakistan for the 10 years? For the 32 months? You actually get to go to Pakistan now!
You really have to do that.
What's the next story?
There was a 600-person brawl at a movie theater.
Well, what was the movie?
Well, they don't know which movie because there was so many people, but the movies that were playing were Tyler Perry's Medea Christmas, 47 Ronin, Grudge Match, and Anchorman 2.
Wow, that's a hell of a... I'm surprised there were 500 people in the movie theater that night.
Seriously, it's not exactly a killer's row of movies.
How does Tyler Perry get... every one of these movies makes money, too. Have you ever seen a Tyler Perry movie?
No, I have not. I've just seen commercials.
My theory is every pitch meeting goes something like this. Well, Tyler, we love the success we've had with you. You're here to tell us about another movie? Yeah, so Medea, I'm going to wear the grandma suit again. She's going to go to the movie. Just make the goddamn movie, okay? I can't even take the pitch.
I've said it before, he's the Black Ernest.
Yeah, well, Ernest made some money.
Ernest made a lot of money. He had 15 movies?
What's Ernest doing? Go to Ernest's Wikipedia page. What's he doing now?
He's rotting on the ground. He's bones.
He died?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, that's why he stopped making movies.
How long did he die for?
Years ago.
You sure?
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't know that? It was a very
Well,
sad
obviously I
day.
didn't know. Ernest goes to the cemetery?
Yeah, Ernest turns to bones.
That has to be on his tombstone. See how long?
Ernest turns to bones.
Jim Varney.
Jim Varney. He died 14 years ago.
Oh, okay. I can see why we didn't talk about it recently. He died before I actually knew you existed.
Lung cancer.
Oh, how old was he?
51.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, Ernest goes to jail. Ernest goes scared stupid. Ernest goes to camp. Ernest saves Christmas.
Ernest goes to school.
I gotta say, Tyler Perry movie probably better than Ernest.
Slam Dunk Ernest? I don't know. What about Bubba Goes Hunting? That was like a spin-off of Ernest.
Isn't Ernest just like a ripoff on Pee Wee?
He's like the hillbilly.
Pee Wee, yeah.
Ernest Goes to Africa. Ernest in the Army. And then Bones.
He's like the Pee Wee cable guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this is a total terrible. Let's get another story.
Okay.
Oh, 600 people going fighting. That's not really interesting.
No, I think I just I think I pulled that up just so I could see.
Fuck
see
you!
the,
Anchorman
actual
1
fight.
is better. Omaha toddler in viral thug video has been taken into protective custody. Why do people film like themselves being like?
Terrible parents.
Yeah, let me see this video.
You want to put on the headphones?
Not really.
Okay. This video contains profanity and racial slurs.
You a bitch, nigga.
You a bitch, nigga. Stop.
You throwing the fit right now, little nigga?
Tear up, you asshole.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
These are the parents, not the kids.
Put that bitch ass nigga off.
You ain't talking that shit now, nigga.
Kidding.
Fuck you too.
Oh, the
Say,
kid just
bitch.
flipped off the
Stop
parents.
say, suck my dick.
He knocked over a chair and flipped off his parents.
That's why you can't fight, pussy.
Say, you a bitch.
Is he
bitch.
telling the baby in diapers that he's a bitch and can't fight?
Oh man.
Say, nigga, I'm from Dushnah, nigga.
What hood you from?
Something's different.
16. He said he from 16.
He's like
Say, nigga, my name
smack
3
to
times,
the
nigga.
one-year-old.
You know, there's this whole thing
Fuck
like
you, nigga.
the big conservative movement to talk about
You a
how,
hoe, nigga.
the problem with society is
What's
that
up
babies
there?
born out of wedlock and like that kids are always better off having 2 parents, which is usually true. But in this situation, the kid's probably better without that one parent, without
Yeah.
the dad.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, apparently the 1-year-old was taught to say bitch, fuck, and the N-word.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, so that, yeah, some people should not have kids. So anytime you're feeling bad about your parenting, just pull up this
Play
video.
this video.
Yeah. That is terrible.
Hey, what's your you're a kind of a crackpot guy. What's your I know you believe 9/11 was caused by gypsies.
It was the Kardashian family.
The Kardashian family. What's your other conspiracy theories? You tell me some conspiracy stuff. I know you have conspiracy theories.
Oh, well, I mean, I didn't believe the last one I sent you.
What was the last one you sent me? You sent me something that's been a little ridiculous.
Yeah, it was like geothermal warfare by the government, where they're actually regulating and controlling the global temperature, and that's
Through
why
Xbox.
and that's why we've had record colds, because they wanted to stop people focusing on global warming, so they shocked certain areas with cold. This is like a real conspiracy theory, and this guy has like maps, and he's showing what the real temperatures are, and
Holy fuck! And this guy, I bet he's allowed to own a gun.
yeah.
What theories do you actually believe in? What's conspiracy outside of 9/11 being planned by the Keebler elves?
I don't know. Oh, JFK.
Okay, you think the Keebler elves planned that one also?
No, that was also the Kardashians.
Well, what do you actually believe?
That there was more than one shooter. I think it's pretty obvious when you look at the video.
Who killed him?
And the shooters.
Who did it though? I don't care about the JFK one. That's not that interesting. What else do you believe? What are conspiracies?
I mean, I'm not like a total nut that believes in all these different conspiracies. I don't know where you got this theory
public
from.
masturbation declared what?
Declared legal
In Sweden after landmark trial.
Yes. So if you're a dirty old perv, you could go to Sweden because public masturbation's
What
legal
is this? Sweden is now okay with public masturbation. On June 6th, a 65-year-old man took off his shorts at a beach near Stockholm and began masturbating into the ocean. The man was charged with sexual assault, but was acquitted last week after a judge ruled he was not targeting a specific person.
Who did he assault? A dolphin?
I don't know. So I guess you can masturbate as long as you don't actually like target anyone.
You could do that if you don't masturbate at somebody. You could just do it in the general.
You were glancing over at me. I saw your eyes shift.
Kind of like in football where you.
Jay's been shaving up these stories for 4 months. These are the stories Jay said. These are the ones I want to talk about in 4 months. Gotta save the public masturbation story.
This is the last major sex scandal since the man who fucks bicycles was on the loose.
What?
Sweden's awesome.
Oh my god.
Swedish police searching for bicycle fucker.
Pull that up, please. A man who fucks bicycles is on the loose in Sweden after Swedish cyclist Per Edstam had his bike violated one too many times. He installed a security camera in front of his home, left his bike outside, and then waited.
How did he know?
Sure enough, the bicycle lover showed up, cut open the tire, and began to masturbate into the bike as the tire deflated, all while holding a piece of paper in his hand. My girlfriend finds it a little concerning. You never know if he checked her out in the way and whether it was a picture of her he had in his hand when masturbating. Honey, you just have to assume it's always you. I mean, like, maybe he just wanted to why he liked our BMX.
I don't think it was her. Did you ever see was that like My Strange I don't think it's My Strange Addiction, My Strange like Fetish or whatever on like TLC.
I've heard about like people having like attachments to actual objects.
Yeah, there was one episode where a guy was in love with his car and they show him pull down his pants, slide under the car and like start humping it. And
you could lock that guy up after that.
And he's like making out with the bumper and like.
How about this?
It was weird.
Take like 10 guys who have been convicted of like for like marijuana in jail. Take them out and in their place put the dude fucking his car. Yeah. I think that guy's much worse for society.
I think that's safe to say. Yeah.
Today in Congress, we're going to pass a bill. You are now allowed to make guns out of pastries, but not allowed to fuck motor vehicles. All those in favor.
It's amazing, and then this guy lets him get filmed too. It's unbelievable.
Hey Jay, I'm very excited for your wedding. It said +1. Do you mind if I take my car?
I don't need a parking spot. She'll be sitting at the table with me.
Yeah. Of course you could take your. I mean, how else would you get there? Yeah, so I can take the car into like I wanted to have on a dance floor with the car. What? Is it okay if I fuck my car at your wedding?
I think it was called geoengineering. Was that crazy site with the controlling the environment? Yeah, that's it. So it's back to that. This guy has maps of what the world's temperature really is.
You know, if you get maps, you're kind of official.
Yeah. He's got graphics and stuff. So
he's saying that to make the public not aware or of their what's he doing? What's he claiming?
I went on this site for like a half hour. And I'm still not completely clear. He said it's some sort of way that the government is able to control the delivery of certain gases to control the temperature of the environment. And so
who reads this and goes like, honey, you know what the government's doing now?
I can't believe it.
They're controlling the wind.
Yeah, there was clouds over Vermont
honey, you know when it rained the other day? It's because we didn't pay our taxes. The government's on to us.
He submitted a video of clouds in Vermont.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so there you go. There's your facts.
Did you ever wonder how crazy it would be if like this guy was on? Like all the crackpot people who actually when they get to heaven are like, yeah, I mean the government was controlling the air. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's been telling you that for years.
Yeah, I don't know what you like.
Like, you thought it was really that cold?
That guy and like
Stupid.
the Messiah, that guy in the corner by your office who keeps asking for money. He keeps saying he's the Messiah.
You pass him every day. You
I don't know why
notice?
we'd let you into heaven, but you wouldn't give him $1.
This site has 10 million hits, so somebody's reading it. You want to donate to their cause?
Yeah, with your credit card. By the way, did Target just say like, hey, criminals, you like, buy one get all our credit card numbers free? And now Neiman Marcus, do you see that they lost 1 million credit card numbers?
They lost them?
Or they had the same kind of thing, the hacking thing that happened to Target.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, if you're a hacker, you can just have whatever credit card numbers you want, and you don't get to steal one or two. You just like I guess apparently like the stores keep them in files of 1 million.
Oh, cool. So
We're
nice
gonna keep
little
1 million of
bundles.
them in one file. I hope people don't find that one file. What's the file titled? 1 million credit card numbers. It's Target has now. Neiman Marcus.
Yeah, I heard there was a few. That's
My wife keeps going like, well, we gotta cancel our credit card. I'm like, why? Well, we shopped at Target. I know, but I'll just look for a fake charge and then cancel it when I get the fake charge instead of going through the hassle now.
yeah.
No, we have to do it now. Why? The credit card company said they'll reimburse me if there's a fake charge.
There was one last thing I pulled up.
What? You're out of articles for 4 months worth of articles?
Yeah. There was an article on the worst action figures of all time.
Yeah.
And they actually made one for Rocky's brother in the Rocky movie, who was in the movie for about 5 seconds.
Rocky had a brother?
Not
Not like Sylvester Stallone. I understand he has a real brother, but like in the movie Rocky, there was a brother?
Yeah, he was walking past a group of street singers, and his brother was one of the street singers.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a new fact about Rocky. I love that movie. I need to look back.
He was like walking around the corner, and he passed a group of singers, and they made an action figure for it.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
But this is like all these different versions of Rocky?
Well, I mean, there's a couple. The worst one is the meat he was punching in the meat factory. They made a picture of a meat with bones.
Oh my god.
An action figure of it. Oh, there's 2 different slabs of meats that you can play with. So, what's the parent buying that for like $10?
Do you think they're gonna make action figures from 12 Years a Slave?
That would be pretty bad.
Are you gonna see that movie? It's supposed to win Best Picture.
It doesn't look like a fun watch.
There are a lot of Best Picture movies that I really could never want to see.
Yeah.
I get slavery was horrendous. I just don't want to watch a movie where I'm just like watching it.
Yeah.
I was convinced well before the actual advent of the movie that slavery was pretty bad.
Yeah, there's some where it's like, I don't feel like feeling upset like for 2 straight hours.
It's $15. I'm already upset when I pay for the movie.
Yeah.
Like I want to feel like, oh, that was a fun $13 and $14 I just spent, not oh my god, now I feel even worse about everything. I mean, like you watch that movie, I'm sure you're like, oh my god, that's horrendous. Can we do something about it? Yeah, we could end slavery 200 years ago. Oh, okay, cool. I'm leaving.
Yeah. Oh, it's done. All right, I don't feel sad now. Cool. Yeah, I was just looking at the other action figures. That He-Man had a lot of terrible action figures.
We went to see what was it? American Hustle.
Okay.
And so the movie theater where it was, the theater was kind of warm.
Mm-hmm.
So afterwards we complained, they gave us free tickets to come back and see another movie, which is fine. Well, first I was like, why is it kind of warm in the theater? And they said, well, the building, they don't, we're not allowed to use air conditioning in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
So when there are a lot of people in the theater, it can get really hot. And I said, well, don't you have a lot of people in the theater often? I mean, you're a movie theater. Like, no, not really. So your plan is just to like be hot in the winter if the movie's popular? Here are your free tickets. And so the next night we wanted to see where we had a babysitter for the next night also, or my son was at his in-laws or my in-laws, and we were like, let's go see Wolf of Wall Street. And so we go see they had a couple different theaters. We go to another theater. Mm-hmm. It's sold out there, and we're like, hey, is it weird we go back to the hot theater to go see this after complaining? And we went back to the hot theater. We're like, yeah, fuck it. I mean, I'd rather have 2 movies at a hot theater than no movies.
Yeah, well, were any of them any good?
They're both pretty good. They're amazing.
That's what I hear about like every movie that comes out now. It's like, yeah, it's okay.
I feel like I haven't gone to a movie and been like, wow, in a while.
Yeah.
It's always like, oh,
Yeah.
I should have watched Breaking Bad episode
It was
instead.
mildly enjoyable.
Yeah, the movies just aren't that great anymore.
At least it cost $15, so.
Like, the people are like, oh my god, American Hustle was so amazing. It had a tight story. Like,
Yeah.
It had a twist at the end, you know. It's amazing.
That's all they have to do now, really.
I just feel like the movies have been bad for a while. Like what they have, like in past years, they've had like the King's Speech a couple years back. Mm-hmm. I think that won Best Picture.
Yeah.
Oh, a guy who was born royalty had a problem speaking. Wow, what an uplifting story.
Let's watch that for 2.5 hours.
I was born with $1 billion and stuttered about it. Oh, that's crazy. If you hadn't given the speech, then nothing would have changed. That's a wonderful uplifting story. Wow, way to overcome adversity of being born a prince.
Yeah, that was another movie I had no desire to see.
Some of the stories they're like, oh, it's so good.
We were talking about that before. The new movie that's out with the George Clooney, who he steals paintings from the Nazis.
Oh my God, what's it called? There's a movie about.
I don't even know.
It's all about. I forget the name of it. It's George Clooney, Matt Damon, like every A-list actor now, and it's like the story of these people who went to World War II, and their job was to rescue all the artwork, the Nazi artwork,
because they were going to destroy it. So, I guess they couldn't fight the Nazis because they were old or something, so they decided to
you
take the
guys
art.
worry about saving the Jews. If you guys see a Monet, just try to grab that. I mean, could you have had a more like, all of they're just paintings. I understand they're fine art, but who the fuck cares?
Say, all right, you guys take those armies over there. We got the sculpture.
Human suffering, watercolor.
Yeah, so that movie looks dumb.
Yeah,
I'm sure it'll win Best Picture though.
Yeah, it will be best. I've saved the boss.
The Best Picture is going to be like that movie, the slave movie, and then like some other historical
Oh my god.
movie about a guy delivering a letter under duress. And he crawls through a desert on his knees for like 100 miles and dies as he hands the letter that says Matilda will be home tomorrow. And the end.
Yeah, there's a movie about, they have bomb sniffing dogs that they use in like Iraq. And,
Yeah.
You know those dogs?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a movie about the guy who feeds the dogs when they're home.
And he's a good man, and it's a heartwarming story.
Heartwarming story, because he was born
with a stutter. But he learned to feed those dogs.
He was born. I grew up with a dog and always wanted to work with dogs. And they said I could feed the dogs that work with bombs. But every once in a while, Timmy the dog doesn't come home because he's been blown up. And I have to face life with less dogs to feed.
But I go on. And I overcame my stutter.
Oh, I have one more biscuit than I need. Oh, the humanity. And I have a stutter. Yeah. There are some movies I remember. This was a long time ago. My Left Foot. Mm-hmm. It was about a guy with I guess like he could only use his left foot and he painted. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he was severe everything. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He was like paralyzed everywhere.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, and he was paralyzed. Like you're gonna lay down at all times and paint with your feet. People are gonna give you Best Actor for this? Yeah, you're using your foot. How can you not win Best Actor? They should have just kept going with the character. I don't know what the guy's like. My left foot goes to camp. My left foot goes to Christmas.
Saves Christmas.
Saves Christmas.
He has a little Santa hat and beard on.
He rolls into like every house, like down. They throw him down the chimney, and he's just like hanging out, taking things. He's like, "Here, hey, take the gift. It's a very small gift. I only have 1 foot. What the fuck you want me to do about this?"
He just rolls every gift to the kids with his foot.
And that's how I fed every dog that sniffed bombs. What other bad movies are there? Bad good movies.
Bad good movies?
Yeah, movies that like are critically acclaimed, but you'd rather be like, you could not imagine anything worse than actually seeing them in the theater.
Like The Postman?
Well, that was just a bad movie, right?
I don't know. I thought that was up for Best Picture.
I don't think that was the one with Kevin Costner where he delivered post.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a society where mail is not that important anymore, there's one man who will deliver the mail. It's Kevin Costner. In making you forget that he ever was in Dances with the Wolves.
There was the... anything with...
Why don't you look something up? We're on the internet. Look up the Best Picture nominees.
Good bad movies.
Just look at what movie you're nominated for Best Picture. 2012. 2013.
Well, who's that lady that wins the Best Actress every single year now? Any movie with her?
Sandra Bullock?
No. What are you talking about?
I don't know. What the fuck? I don't... Here, pull up the Best Picture.
Where is it? I don't know.
Just the nominees. Just...
You know who I'm talking about? That she played Julia
Did you
Childs.
see the one website that didn't have they actually didn't have it?
She played Julia Childs.
Here, go back.
You don't know who I'm talking about?
If I did, I would just say it.
Well, you're not saying anything. You're not helping.
Okay, I'm trying to like, see what the Best Picture was. Oh, it was
Lincoln. Yeah, you think if Daniel Day-Lewis is in a movie, he just wins. I think that's the rule.
The Master Flight. You're just staring at like actor in a leading role.
I don't know any of these movies, so.
That's what you're staring at.
So
It's really good for the listener at home. What are you guys looking at? Not gonna tell you. Not gonna tell you. Okay, here we go. Okay, this year it's American Hustle, Captain Phillips, which is the story of
Meryl Streep.
Oh,
Anything she's in, it looks boring as hell.
You know the Captain Phillips story? It's the pirate story. I think it was off of Rwanda or something like that. No.
It's somewhere in the Caribbean islands, and they like
Where basically they have these really poor people.
and they're pirates.
They're pirates because you've taken their way of life away. They were like fishermen. They took away their ability to earn a living, so they became pirates. And then the American military shoots them, and we might made a movie about it.
Yeah. Okay, so these look like terrible movies.
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Never heard of that.
Neither have I.
An aging booze-addled father makes the trip from Montana to Nebraska with his estranged son in order to claim $1 million mega sweepstakes marketing prize.
So the whole movie is just an old guy traveling from the Midwest to a different part of the Midwest. Awesome. Yeah, that sounds really good.
We need a new topic, Jay. What else should we talk about before the show's over?
Before the show's over, we have hit the 1 hour mark.
Yeah, we've hit the... we hadn't have anything to talk about for the entire show, and we've made it this far. Anyone listening is probably like, hey, make it 8 months next time.
And we had so much that I wanted to get to, and I drew a blank as soon as we hit record.
That's what we always do. And that's why we
Yeah.
don't do brink... I mean, maybe we did brink more often. We'd be more prepared.
Yeah.
Preparation is the key, not the sucking.
Well, I think we're used to doing the basketball show where we just talk about basketball.
We usually have people ask us questions. It makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, that's true. Too.
On the brink one, I'm like, you might not want to tell people that we have the show.
So we're sorry for this.
What else annoys you, Jay?
Pretty much everything nowadays. I think just everything.
Why the fuck do we live in New York? We could just go live in Florida. It's a lot warmer. Everything's cheaper there.
Florida's too warm.
Well, the summer is the worst season. Here, the winter's the worst season.
Yeah, but I would rather do something like North Carolina.
Okay, why don't we live in North Carolina? Things are dirt cheap there also.
If I could get a job in North Carolina, I'd be in North Carolina. I am done with New York.
I mean, like, North Carolina, 12 Years a Slave is still going on.
That's South Carolina. North Carolina is totally different.
Totally different.
I went to a local bar in North Carolina. It was scary. I mean, there was cowboy hats and country music karaoke, and I was like, I thought North Carolina was like halfway up the coast. Like I didn't think it was. The
Most
deep
of
south.
America is really scary. That's the honest truth.
That's the thing. Yeah, even New York, you go like an hour upstate of New York City, it's like the deep south.
Yeah, no, it totally is. We're just uppity assholes, so
Yeah.
I don't want to hang out with someone that's normal. I don't an average American. Living in a fucking rural area, you probably should stay the hell away from me.
Yeah, I mean, I think I just want space though.
Yeah, you don't like living in a. I think your place is bigger than. Maybe your place might be bigger than mine. We have a kid.
Yeah, no,
We
I
have a
mean,
second-
I mean space. Like, I don't want somebody directly above and below me and next to me, and maybe like in outdoors where I can go where there's not like cars honking and
It
something
seems
like
like
that.
kind of ridiculous when we all live here.
It really is.
There's no logical reason to live in New York.
No sane person would really want to. If it wasn't for jobs, I don't know. Like, why would you want to live here?
I'm not trying to go to like Broadway shows or opera or clubs, so I don't really even need to be here for any of those like those nice things they have in New York City. There's nothing about New York City I utilize anymore.
Who goes to that other than really rich people anyway? It's like, oh, I want to go to a Broadway show. It only costs $300 for me and my wife to go to.
You know, my dad always says to me, he's like, you get like, I guess like I'd be like, son, one day you'll have to be going to the opera too, because he like goes with my stepmom, and I'd be like, no, I don't. And he's like, yeah, you do. When you're old, you have to go to go. I'm like, well, my wife doesn't like the opera. And he's like, well, you'll have to go. I'm like, well, if she doesn't like it and I don't like it, why would we have to go?
Right. Is it
And this,
'cause-
my dad just has logic like that. That's just what his logic is. He's like, you have to go. Okay.
He's like, because I did, god damn it.
He also used to tell me, he's like, you should get a GPS. I was like, Dad, I don't have a car. But you should get a GPS.
Just tape it to your forehead, It's like, every cell phone has a GPS attached to it, right?
Oh no, my phone's from the 1980s, so my phone does not actually have GPS.
Oh, really?
I pulled my phone out the other day. I was with some friends I hadn't seen in a while, and they're like, they were like, oh, why don't you check that on your phone? I'm like, oh, my phone, I don't have internet. And they're like, what? You don't have internet on your phone? And the reaction from people was like, I don't know. It's like I took my dick out, so I'm masturbating.
I was wondering why you kept asking me to use Twitter.
Oh
next
yeah,
time.
I can't do it. People are shocked. I've become the person where I don't advance with technology and I annoy people. They're like, why don't you have? I was one of the last people to have a cell phone, and people be like, God damn it, why do you have a cell phone already? I'm like, I don't have a cell phone. I don't know. I'm like, why don't you have one? You're annoying me.
I think it's a good thing. Now, you literally can't even be the annoying person at the bar, like not interacting with everybody because you can't even do that.
Yeah, you're like, I have to talk to you because I can't look down on the internet and lose myself.
Yeah, no, I think that's good. I didn't get a cell phone until I was like 21, I think.
I didn't get one until 22, maybe.
Yeah, and I didn't get an actual smartphone until like 3 years ago, I think.
I didn't get a smartphone until sometime after today.
that it's good because it's such a
You
a
don't
distraction.
need a it's the thing like people are like, well, you need it. I'm like, because I need to know
What movies-
on Mars Stoudemire's career stats right this second.
I need to know every movie Meryl Streep was in. Stat. I need to know it now.
Meryl Streep was hot back in the day.
Was she?
I have no idea.
Somehow I don't think so.
Let's look up type in was Meryl Streep hot.
I love the Google autofill. Was Meryl Streep
Daughter in American Horror Story.
Pregnant
and
and
out
out-
of Africa. A Nightmare on Elm Street.
hot? The answer is no.
But no. Is hot. No, was. Was she hot when she was young?
Can you put like full sentences like that?
Yeah, who cares? It's Google.
No.
You know who was hot? Like Susan Sarandon when she was young was hot.
Yeah. Meryl Streep looks like the wife of Californication.
Yeah, she does kind of. I never really thought that the wife in the Californication was that hot.
No, definitely not.
I always thought like he's banging these hot girls, and I'm like, why is he going to bang this wife?
Yeah, it's kind of random.
That was the least believable thing about the whole show.
That and the fact that it stayed on for 7 seasons.
Wow. Okay, I think we ran out of things to talk about.
We did. So thanks for listening. Sorry we
We're
took so
sorry for
long,
making
and
this show.
sorry we were so ill prepared tonight.
I promise you, in 2015 will be much better.
Yeah, for our 7-year anniversary, we'll do a much better job.
Jay will find all the stories about public masturbation and people fighting at movie theaters, and we'll talk about that next show.
If you want to email us, it's thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com, and we're on Facebook, and we are on iTunes.
There was an editorial I saw in the Times actually yesterday about. I'm going to make a list of stories, and I never did today. But about someone saying the Pope should change his view on abortion. I was like, aren't you kind of wasting your time writing an op-ed about the Pope changing his view about abortion? You think the Pope's really gonna be like, you know that whole thing about abortion? I'm cool with it now.
Yeah, I saw an article on the internet, so my lifelong views are changed.
You know what? I actually had a baby aborted. I prefer abortions now. I'm the Pope.
On that note, goodbye, everybody.
It was the worst episode. You know what we're missing? Structure.
Yeah.
I feel like the mixing when we have a lot of structure would be better now. We need force structure. We just have the questions to answer. I never will say it's true though. I invest angry in technology. I should have, but